We are going back into Revelation chapter 17. Excuse me. And verse 9. Revelation 17 and verse 9. I'll continue. And here is the mind which had wisdom. The 7 heads are 7 mountains on which the woman sat. See, the woman sits around the world, the Vatican. Now, and people can't see that. Because, just like what it tell you, like in Revelation chapter 17 and 1 and 17 and verse 15. It's saying, I'm going to read Revelation chapter 17 and verse 1. It says, And there came one of the 7 angels which had the 7 vials, and talked with me, saying unto me, Come hither, I will show unto thee the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters. See, set it upon many waters. The water represent people, nation, and tongue. Now verse 15, 17 and 15. And he said unto me, The waters which thou sawest, where the whore sitteth. See, where the whore sitteth. See, doesn't read the same, it is a little different. And so he said unto me, The waters which thou sawest, where the whore sitteth, are peoples and multitude and nations and tongues. You see, it's almost the same thing as in verse 1. See, the water represent people, nation, and tongue. That's why the whore sitteth. See, you can see this like they're having had a new pope, and you see all those popes, they voted that pope in, the cardinals, all those cardinals being scarlet color. Scarlet color is bright red, orange. Then they have the bishop being purple. And the cardinals, they be from all around the world, from all different nations, from all around the world. See? This is what I'll be trying to show people when the people still can't see it or understand it. Because they don't read God's word. God be showing you, just like the first and second beast, third beast and all that. They be talked about, they be on the air, on the television and radio. You can see that if you pay attention. Just like the people in the days of Noah. The flood came, they knew not. He's like now. See, everybody, all also happy about the new pope and stuff, the whole world most. See, that's like the Antichrist, when he get here, everybody go worship him, the whole world. See, that's just an example. That's what I'll be trying to show people. But it's not this pope, like I say, it's going to be the last pope when the 10 horn get here. He can make a league with them. He'll give power to those 10 kings. Because he can go back and see, like right and now we're just in the first and the second beast. It's the United States and Britain. And the second was like unto a bear. You go back in Daniel chapter 7. See, but most people can't see that. They don't understand, the scriptures. See, the first was like a lion, verse 4, Daniel 7 and 4. The first was like a lion, had eagle wing. See, was the lion nation is Britain, and the eagle is the United States. It had eagle's wings. I beheld until the wings thereof were plucked. And was lifted up from the earth and made to stand upon his feet as a man. See how we're going out of space now? Or to make a home out of space. So lifted up from the earth, made to stand upon his feet as a man. And a man's heart was given to it. See, man's heart was given to it. We don't have a heart after God. You see, we want homosexuality and all different type of thing, abortion and adultery, same-sex marriage, and fornication and all that. We promote all that. We used to make the boys and girls marry a long time ago. We don't do that no more. Homosexuality, all that used to be hid in the closet. They only had a few of them. Now all of them coming out of the closet. I think it's a normal thing. Just everything done left God. And in verse 5 it says, and behold another beast, a second. See, a second like a two-headed bear. Like the Russian bear, everybody know that. See, it's the Russian bear. And it raised up itself on one side, and it had 3 ribs in the mouth. See, it had 3 countries in its mouth. Ukraine and Georgia, and those one, but it could be Chechnya or another country. But it got 3 ribs, and that's what you see now. He ain't giving up Ukraine. Part of Ukraine. 3 ribs in his mouth. He had 3 countries in his mouth. So remember in the beginning, God took a rib from a man and created a woman. So Russia said Ukraine is part of the Russian Federation, like Crimea and other places that it took, part of the Russian Federation. And like Georgia, he said Georgia, part of Georgia. It's a part of the Russian Federation. Chechnya, I know that's already a part of it. They tried to break away, I think, in 89 or 2091, I think, or 92, somewhere around there. But anyway, he gonna have 3 ribs in his mouth. That's what we're watching now. Because Russia say part of the Russian Federation. Just like a woman, God took a rib from a man, created a woman. A woman is part of the man. All right, and then the next beast will be like in verse 6. See, it say, after this I beheld, and lo, another like unto a leopard, which had upon the back of it 4 wings of a fowl. The beast had also 4 heads. See, you have four heads. There'll be 4 rulers, and dominion was given to it. See, when the United States home get broken, then we'll get into the 3rd beast, the leopard. Will have 4 heads. It'll be the Vatican in that, Britain, and Russia, and China. See. Then after that, in the latter time of that kingdom, then the 10th horn will show up. Then he said, after this I saw in the night vision, and behold, a 4th beast, dreadful, terrible, and strong exceedingly, and it had great iron teeth, and devoured and brake in pieces, and stamped the residue with the feet of it. And it was diverse from all the beasts that were before it. And it had 10 horns, you see. See, the 10 horn come first, before the Antichrist. So, but the Antichrist came out of the 3rd beast. See? And it said, and I considered the horn. In verse 8, it said, and I considered the horns. Talking about those 10 horns, got an S on it. And behold, there came up among them another little horn. See, the little horn is the false prophet, is the Antichrist, before whom there were 3 of the first horns plucked up by the roots. Who was the first horn? The 3 horn what he was with in the 3rd beast, because the 3rd beast had 4 heads. So he got out from the 3rd beast, the false prophet, that little horn, got out from the third beast, he got with the 10 kings. And they give power unto those 10 kings, which we read about in Revelation 17. We're going to get to that. Let's see. All right. It's, and another little horn, before whom there were 3 of the first horn plucked up by the roots. You see, they were plucked up by the roots. And behold, in this horn were eyes like the eyes of man, and a mouth speaking great things. See? Yeah, I like a man, because you use satellite and see everything what you be doing now. You use that computer. So you can go in Daniel 8, and this be showing y'all. Daniel 8:8, it said, therefore the heat go wax very great, says the United States. And when he was strong, the great horn was broken, and for it came up 4 notable ones toward the 4 winds of heaven. See, that's the third beast. And he came out from the third beast. It's in verse 9 tell you, it said, and out of one of them came forth a little horn. See, the little horn which we read in Daniel 7:8. See, but when the 10th horn showed up, it came out from the third beast. The third beast had 4 heads, so it left 3, and he plucked up those 3. The other 3 who he was with in the third beast. See, and out of one of them came forth a little horn, which waxed exceedingly great toward the south, and toward the east, and toward the pleasant land, toward Israel. See, I went through that the last time with y'all, you know. We'll see when the transgression comes to its full, like in verse Daniel 8:23, it tell you, it say, and in the latter time of their kingdom, talking about those 4 of them. See, when the United States is going to be broke, like in verse 22, it said, now that being broken, whereas 4 stood up for its 4 kingdoms, see, and shall stand up out of the nation, see, out of the United Nation, but not in his power, not in the U.S. power. And verse 23 tell you, it say, in the latter time of their kingdom, the 4 of them that could be ruling, you know, at the third beast, in the latter time of the third beast, where when the transgression or come to the full, a king of fierce countenance, understanding of dark sentences shall stand up. See, the Antichrist in the latter time. But the 10 horn come first, and then you go get in with the 10 king. All right, go back into Revelation. You know, in verse 10, 17 and 10, Revelation 17 and 10, it's saying there are 7 kings, and 5 are fallen, and 1 is, and the other is not yet come. And when he cometh, he must continue a short space. See, there are 7 kings. See who the 7th king is? The first was like a lion, had eagle wing. That's the United States and Britain. The second like a bear. That's 2 kings. United States and Britain is 1, and Russian, the bear is 2, and the leopard had 4 heads. You know, that's made 6. Then Daniel 7 and 7 say, you know, in the night vision, a 4th beast. You know. So that made 7. Then the little horn, verse 8, and the little 7 and 8, and the little horn came among those 10 horns. So he was of the he was the 8, but he was of the 7. See, because he joined in with the 10 king, that little horn. There were a lot of people that don't understand, can't see. Let's see. I'm going to read 10 again. It's saying there are 7 kings, and 5 are fallen, and 1 is, and the other is not yet come. And when he cometh, he must continue a short space. And verse 11 says, and the beast that was and is not, even he is the 8th, and is of the 7. You see what I'm saying? See, he's the little horn is the 8th beast, but he's of the 7 because he joined in with the 10 king. See, and he give power to those 10 king. Is what a lot of people can't see. He's of the 7 and go into perdition. See, be the loss of soul. You gotta be destroying people. Everybody will be, make everybody worship him, bow down just like Nebuchadnezzar. Make everybody bow down to the image of the beast. Except the very elect, like Shadrach and Meshach. And verse 12. And the 10 horns which thou sawest are 10 kings, which have received no kingdom as yet, but receive power as king 1 hour with the beast. See? 10 horns receive power. They give power to those 10 kings. And verse 12 is saying, these have 13, it said, these have one mind, and shall give their power and strength unto the beast. See, they had one mind. They were one. That's why the Bible says he's the 8th, but he's of the 7. See, because he joined in with the 10 king, and they had one mind. But a lot of the time, that at the end time of that system, 10 horns come against that whole church and destroy. This is what I wanted to show you. Like I said, is read Revelation 17 and 18, and the people be saying that these false prophets and teachers be saying that the United States, and a lot of people be saying that the United States is Babylon. What you read in Revelation 18 is not true. In Revelation 17, tell you how that system will be destroying people. It'll be killing people. In 18, they tell you how you're going to be destroyed. And tell you that in verse 17, at the end part, how you're going to be destroyed. It'll be the end of Babylon. The United States and Britain is the first beast. And this one is the 4th beast. It tell you it got the 10 king. You see, it tell you go back into Daniel, the 4th beast, and Daniel 7 and 7, it tell you it was 10 king. And in verse 8, it told you that the little horn came among those 10. See, same thing you read in verse 20 of Daniel 7 and 8 and 20. No, it might be 8. It might be Daniel 7 Daniel 7 and 20. It's Daniel 7 and 8. It's the 10 horn, then the little horn came among it. It's the same thing in Daniel 7 and 20 and 7 and 24. It's the same thing. See, like in Daniel 7 and 20, it said, and of the 10 horns that were in his head, and of the other which came up, and before whom 3 fell, even of that horn that had eyes and a mouth that spake very great things, whose looks were more stout than his fellow. You see, 3 fell is the same thing as you read in Daniel 7 and 8. Chapter 7, verse 7 and 8 is the same thing what you read in verse 20. And verse 24 is the same thing. Verse 24 say, and the 10 horns out of this kingdom are 10 kings that shall arise. See, the 10 kings come first, always come first. And the other shall arise after them. See, the other will arise after them, after the 10 kings, that little horn. See, it said, and the 10 kings that shall arise, and the other shall rise after them. See, the other one gonna rise after that is the Antichrist, the false prophet, and he shall be diverse from the first, and he shall subdue 3 kings. You got to subdue those 3 kings. In the other part, in 20 said 3 fell, and then but 7 and 8 say he plucked them up, plucked those other 3 up. It's the same. They say it in different ways. That's all I'm trying to show you. But like I said, read Revelation 17 and 18. You can see everything yourself. You can see all in the news now. When it, got the new Pope in. Cardinals being bright red, orange, and the bishop being purple. It's all right there, right in the front. God be showing you, just like He be showing you those beasts, like we talk about in the United States with Russia. The bear, all will be in the news. It's like in time for China to fight. They're gonna be talking about it. It'll be in the news. Like in the third beast. So that's all I'm trying to show y'all, so y'all can get a understanding. But you have to learn it for yourself. Just like a teacher can give you the book for you to read it yourself, and study it yourself, so nobody can take it from you once you learn something. That's why Jesus Christ said, he that read it, let him understand. You gotta get your understanding. I can tell you, but a lot of things you don't hold and can't keep it in your head. Now, if you read and understand it for yourself, you can keep it all in your head. It's going to stay there. I'm just giving you the verse so you can go and look, and you'll come to the same conclusion that what I'm saying, what the scripture is saying. But thank y'all, and may God bless y'all and give y'all wisdom and knowledge and understanding of His word.